common denominator.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down.
I'm not here to waste your time.
Everyone has access to the information. We just know how to analyze it better.
Where else you gonna have this much fun?
You the man. Todd Father.
Show me the money.
What I've been doing, had to triple my bag. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Yeah. Had to triple my bag.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's no trick to make a lot of money. All you want is to make a lot of money.
What is going on? What is going on? Yes, another live episode of Learn Crypto. My name is Nick Hellman.
I'm Todd Butterfield.
Your one-stop shop for crypto, stock, and commodity, technical analysis, fundamentals, and news. Glad to see you guys back in here. Shout out to Jet, Phillip, REI, Johnny M. Cool, Paul, Outlaw, G-Money for already getting in here and leaving some comments. Today, of course, we're going to have the Todd Father over there looking at some charts, both on stocks and commodities, and of course, the most important cryptocurrencies. We are seeing some green in the market today. Litecoin is leading the charge off of our buy signals from as low as $22. So when do we start turning these 7 buys into sells to lock in some profits? Also be looking, of course, at Bitcoin and some smaller cryptocurrencies. But that's about all we got on the TA side. On the news side, some interesting things coming into play. Coinomi, one of the most popular multi-currency mobile and desktop wallets, apparently had a hack. Now, they have kind of came back and said what their version of the reality is. We'll discuss that and make sure if you are a user of Coinomi, you do everything you need to do to keep your cryptocurrency safe. Also, Starbucks is being positioned and poised in the United States at least to start accepting Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in the near future. And then lastly, are more retail stores going to start dumping Visa and maybe turning to cryptocurrencies since the transaction fees are getting so high and competitive on these credit card platforms? We'll go over some of that. Also, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. This is going to be a Rapids RPD giveaway. So let's do that. Leave in the comment section your RPD wallet address for a chance to win. We're going to draw 2 winners live in this show today from our previous live shows as well. So it should be pretty fun. What you got to add, Todd?
Thank you, Paul Byrne, best traders on YouTube, he says. And we will look at Xilinx. No doubt. I got a note here.
There we go. And Lisa R is listening in. Shout out to you, Lisa.
And BAT USD for Cameron. What's up, Cameron? Hugo's in the building.
Uh-oh. Well, let's dive right into this. Let's start into this, see what's going on with the coin market cap. It is up to $132.4 billion. Our last live show, we were still stuck around $129 billion. Bitcoin dominance down about 0.4%. What does that mean? That means altcoins are outperforming currently. Namely, Litecoin, which we've been saying is going to be outperforming Bitcoin. So whether you took a 25% of your Bitcoin or 100% of your Bitcoin over to Litecoin at various buy points, it has been outperforming and kind of leading the charge here. Some of the other ones that we trade and have buys on have been doing quite well as well. BAT is one of them. Zen is another. ICX off the lows is doing phenomenal. Everything is seeming to be green day in and day out, which is what we like to see. But at some point, you need to learn to start taking profits or mitigate some of the risks for the trade. So hopefully Todd can start keying in on those levels here today. Green across the board, Bitcoin to 39.01, up 3%. Ethereum up 7% to 137. Not as much of a rally I would like to see here since the Constantinople hard fork did go off without a hitch. But I think once they announce and start discussing some of the benefits of this upgrade, we'll continue to see more of a rally here in Ethereum. XRP back below 33 cents to 31 cents even after the Coinbase Pro and Coinbase.com listing. We have several individuals in here who have been in XRP for a very long time that said March is going to be the month of XRP, so I hope they are correct, and maybe we can see some nice green bars during this month with some announcements coming out from Ripple Labs. EOS up 13%, Litecoin up 13%, Bitcoin Cash up 5.5 for those of you who follow that. And then Binance Coin BNB up another 18% today. Yesterday, for our Discord members, I showed a Satoshi chart where Binance BNB is at its all-time highs, and Satoshis, I said to be careful, maybe start laddering out of the position there, but it is rallying once again, up 18% in dollars, up somewhere around 13% in Satoshis. So we'll see what happens. All-time high, very impressive, to say the least, there from BNB. I think a lot of this fresh money into this coin is probably coming from the BTT and TRX pumps that happened with that airdrop that occurred, coincidentally, on Binance. All right, Todd, go into a few charts. We'll jump back over here for some news, get in that comment section, and get that giveaway going.
Cool. Got the Bitcoin 2 hour. No markings on it here. We had this 3,700 3 times here. Keeps going down and tagging it. We just did a 38.70 a second ago, and then just fell a quick 50. If you throw some Elliott wave on here, I've been calling this trying to get a 4th wave done. So it still looks good here. A move to about 4,000 would be a lot better, kind of right here, right now. And then a little more sideways, and I think everything would be on point. If you're, let's look at Litecoin, same thing. Trying to put some Elliott wave on the Litecoin rally. We've had extremely good buys here. I've been showing this chart, which would show really about a rally to 65. A bearish way you could look at it, more bearish, would be labeled the 3 back here. And then the triangle would be as I show in the white. And really what we just did would be enough because we went to new highs. I would think we would do, that could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, still work higher. Maybe worst case 57, 58. If we give up 44 back here at this low, not going to look good short term. So on our software, we really, this was a few hours ago. I mean, the technometer was 42. So still should allow more upside. So I'm not concerned yet. I mean, we should be able to dig in here and continue higher. So let's look at, there it is, really a little more cleaner, just showing. This could be an ABC down, ABC back up. I've seen them. It's a little sloppy, but I've seen them work out that way. So it'd just be something like this. A little more sideways here. So that's still what I'm counting on. The bearish count's going to say that was the 5-wave rally high. I mean, there is a way to count it that way. Then this would be a 1, 2 down, and we're ready to collapse. But because I don't see that here, because we did have a buy down here on Bitcoin when we sprung this low, and I think you just got some bearish sentiment. I still think we work higher, so we'll go over a few more charts here when we come back, I think.
Perfect. To look at the chat box real quick, Bitcoin Jedi says the question is why Coinbase is not listing ADA and XLM, since they have said since middle of last year they were adding them. They never said directly they were adding them. They said they were on the short list. Of course, every other coin on the short list had been added, and XRP was just added a little bit in a rush. I think ADA and XLM are still going to be coming, but they like to do this after a major protocol upgrade. So we'll see what the timing looks like. I do know that IOHK is having a major event, a major conference in Miami at the end of April, I believe. And Charles Hoskinson, I was digging through some videos, just did an interview. And he said if I was to make any project or major announcement, this would be the time that it would be done. Maybe that's a Coinbase announcement. Maybe Brian Armstrong will be there. We'll have to wait and see. If he's not directly making the Coinbase announcement, maybe he's directly announcing a new protocol level upgrade, which then it makes it ready and for Coinbase Pro and Coinbase.com to list. So we'll see what happens. I think it's still coming. XLM has been an underperformer here, but historically on the weekly, as far as BTC, Satoshi price, this is really a level of accumulation for me. I've been preaching to accumulate. That's what I'm doing. And then ADA as well, we've been talking about for a while now. Off the lows, we had some buys from the software. Also, I said if you believe in passive income, to start accumulating now. There are rumors that when ADA, Cardano, switches to proof of stake, you would have to have a minimum of 10,000 ADA in order to be a staker or participate in that reward system they're going to set up. So if you're interested in ADA for the long term, and you like passive income like myself, you might want to start accumulating to make sure you have at least that 10,000 Cardano rumor that's going on. That is not verified just yet. I see a lot of new names in here. Shout out to Sandra, Ronnie,
Right. Shout out to
Snoop,
Sandra. Just
Muhammad, Crypto Mike. Thanks for joining. And if you have any questions, throw them in there. Before we go over that, we are doing the Rapids giveaway as well, so don't forget about that. But we're going to go over some news articles before we do that. So here we go. Official statement on spell check findings. This is referring to the Coinomi hack. This had a lot of people closing down their accounts, panicking to download Jax or equivalent to send all their cryptos over there. But I think it was all for naught, guys. On February 22nd, 2019, we were contacted by an individual, our help desk, regarding a security vulnerability in our desktop wallets. We immediately flagged this request as high priority, and we started investigating the issue. The report said that seed phrases were being sent over to Google in plain text due to built-in spell check functionality in desktop wallets, and that there was a wallet hacked during this vulnerability. Obviously, you don't want your seed phrases going out in plain text unencrypted. That means if anybody saw the seed phrase, they could theoretically get into your wallet. That is your private key for a lot of these multi-currency wallets, and including your hardware wallets like Ledger Nano OS or Treasure. Our engineers confirmed that spell check functionality was indeed enabled for the desktop only wallets only. The mobile apps were not affected by this. Most people that I know that use Coinomi or any multi-currency wallet usually do it via their iOS or Android phones. If you have Coinomi on your mobile app, nothing to worry about. It doesn't even affect you. Now, there's no proof that the person that said they got hacked was actually hacked. I think it was kind of him trying to be mischievous since he found the loophole there. So nothing has come of that. Essentially, like I said, if you had the mobile application, do nothing. If you have the desktop wallet, they do recommend that you update and generate a new wallet address. Send all your cryptos to the new wallet address just to make sure, if by chance that there was some kind of issue or your passphrase went out in plain text over Google, that there is no way for those passphrases to no longer work or for your cryptos to be stolen. So nothing major here, nothing really to worry about. It's not even proved that anybody has lost funds, but they just want you to be precautionary if you use the Coinomi desktop version of their multi-currency wallet. Let's do our first Rapids giveaway. This is from my interview with Bitcoin Ben. So you guys have probably checked that out if you haven't already. You just go to the homepage, scroll down to interviews, and you'll find it. We talk about the world's largest crypto meetup that is occurring on April 6th in Austin, Texas. Get down there, be a part of history, and have some fun. $20 for a ticket. So we know consensus is like $1,000 and some crazy stuff there. Not the case with this. $20 for charity, and you can get down there and join a bunch of crypto influencers, YouTubers, and projects down there for that event. Well, let's go. Here we go. And the winner is Marcio Kipper. Thank Rapids Telegram user, and there's his handle. I'm about to send him 10,000 RPD via the Rapids Telegram Discord. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then we will be doing another drawing for our last live show. So if you haven't seen that already, get in there, like it, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment with your Rapids RPD wallet address or your Telegram handle. If you are in their tip bot, we'll draw that here after Todd looks at a few more charts.
I'm going to go back and show that Litecoin short chart that I've been showing, long shorts, because back here when Litecoin was collapsing down there at 22, when everybody was giving up on it, calling for $5 and $10, you saw the shorts came in heavy. So really this line across here, I mean, if we want to try to show that, I mean, anywhere above here is pretty heavy short levels. So you can see that ignited the rally. Down here we had shorts coming in, ignited another rally. And even just coming into today, I mean, we had the shorts spike back up here. Went from about, that's like 15.7 to 23,000. So that's still another big short again. So I think that's given us the firepower still to go higher. And the green is longs. So longs have not expanded here really. So it would look like this would support still a move to that 62, 65, etc. It'd be nice to go out here and take out some of these previous highs here to the left. There would surely be some buy stops for shorts, etc. So I would think that would still support higher levels. So Let's look at BAT USD. We talked about this before. I mean, when everything was rallying, this thing was under pressure, then came down to new lows. It has acted better here the month of February and here the first part of March, but it kind of looks like a high-level triangle here. So still not one of the strongest. And, you know, I guess if it gives up 0.148, I think, 0.148, I probably would say it's going to head back down. I'd still give the benefit of the doubt because I'm still bullish here on Bitcoin, Litecoin, etc. But that was a lot of weakness down here to give us those lows. So not too bad acting, but there's some better coins. BNB up here at 1330. That's one that continues to work higher. I've talked about really Wyckoff, buy strength, sell weakness. So some of these strong coins just keep getting stronger. Like Litecoin, but definitely BNB doing the same thing. Let's look at EOS since Johnny's in here. Everything's pretty cool here. I mean, it kind of looks like a Bitcoin chart. So I would expect some type of triangle here still, so a little more sideways before it resolves higher. Would hate to see these lows to give away at 315. I think that would make us go sideways for a few more months, sideways to lower. What else we got? I'm going to do a few quick stocks here. This is the Wyckoff wave. I wanted to show this because we've got the purple trading range we've had here on our Wyckoff wave for quite a while. The technometer back here when we had a sell was it overbought. We did touch oversold at today's close, and we're not backing up off this resistance. So that's pretty bullish action. You've had 4 days of selling here, but price is holding. So I think you got to watch any strength from here, and looks like the Dow, the S&P could still extend higher. I am still short going into tomorrow, but definitely not comfortable with the technometer doing that. Here's a TLT. I've been long. You see oversold technometers. This was kind of a, you know, gap down and gap back up, kind of like an island gap. And you did have a good day yesterday, and today we had a good close. So maybe we can dig out of here. If stocks head higher, this is probably not going to work higher. It's probably going to work lower. GDX, I was stopped out of. I've talked about buying back in. I've not done that yet. This could be just a flat correction. So I think this level's big here at 2140. We did have an oversold technometer down here. So again, kind of like the TLT, I'd be bullish here, but close stops. And then last but not least, UUP looks interesting here. We kind of had this sell-off here when we thought that was 5 waves up and ABC down. It looks like we're working on another 5 waves up that just missed making that high today. We got a technometer of 57, which is, as you can see at the bottom, extreme overbought. So I'd like to see a higher move tomorrow on this, and probably I would try to get short here. You can see that we've given up this long-term uptrend channel. We fell back below it. We've came up and kind of tested it. And I think this would look really ugly if we turn down again. So, and again, UUP going down should provide wind in the sails of the cryptos still, and really could get the cryptos into high gear, which is what we need really right here, right now. So, and then Xilinx, let's look at that. For Paul, I think we brought this up 6 days ago. I mean, this has been strong to the upside after these gap up on big green volume down here. The technometer is coming down to neutral after being overbought. So I would think Xilinx just keeps going higher. Again, the strong just keep getting stronger. So I'm going to show a couple more here. Shopify, for some reason not coming up on this computer, but it is on mine. I'm going to throw another one. Shopify I like here. We'll talk about that. For some reason I got to upgrade here at this desk. Agco is one that I like longer term. If you look at price of soybeans and farmers' income, it's been headed down. But Agco has really been working sideways. Then you had a nice rally here. I've talked about this on my YouTube channels before. I think Agco is a stock that you could buy and probably hold it for 3 years and make pretty big money. So that's what I'm going to be working on. with that in mind, I am going to run a disclaimer because I've got regulators watching. So let's run a quick disclaimer.
There is a high degree of risk involved in trading cryptocurrencies. Our thoughts and ideas are for entertainment purposes only. Please consult your personal advisor or do your own research. Past results are not indicative of future returns.
Awesome. We got a couple people over here that want you to look at ICX and NEO when we come back to you. Also, people talking about a crypto cruise. Now, we do want to get a Learn Crypto meetup. Maybe go to Vegas or something like that, or meet at a conference. If you do want to meet me and you are going to be at the world's largest crypto event, April 6th, Bitcoin Ben's event, I will be down there, and I will be at a sponsorship table as well. So I'll maybe, mention you're from Learn Crypto. I'll make sure you get all the goodies down there and get the kind of VIP treatment you deserve. But yeah, I'm not a fan of cruises. I don't know about you, Todd. I get a little seasick. I get a little claustrophobic. I will be staying on land. Maybe I'll wave you guys off as you guys go on the cruise, and I'll see you back on the beach when you get back.
Probably be a lot of bikinis, though, so you might like that.
That's true. Starbucks unveils key detail about its secretive Bitcoin strategy. So if you do not remember, Starbucks was a heavy investor in Bakkt. Bakkt hopefully will be launching soon, put on by the New York Stock Exchange and ICE as a physical delivery system for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and others cryptocurrency trading. So that is what we've been saying will be the next bullish catalyst for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, and hopefully it comes soon because Fidelity said they will be launching their trading platform in 2Q of 2019. Well, we are officially getting pretty close to that. So it's about to be exciting times here in the crypto space. I personally believe, I don't know about you, Todd, we were looking for a 3,000 to 3,200 price breakdown. We saw the 3,124. Things are looking pretty constructive off that level. And I'm going to say that I think that's the bottom. I mean, I'm pretty confident that is the bottom. If worst case scenario, maybe we see a 2.8 to 3K Bitcoin again, but I'm just not seeing it with Fidelity supposed to start in 2Q, right. Starbucks coming out with this information with Bakkt about to start. I mean, I don't see a way that it can happen, you know.
I mean, there was a lot of bearishness down there. So, I mean, there was a lot of YouTube channels really bearish talking about further lows. So that could have been it. I mean, a little deeper washout would have been a little better, but I think we've wiped out quite a few people already. And I think still now everyone's talking about, I think on Twitter everyone's talking about trying to sell short, trying to trade, etc. I don't think no one's talking about buying and holding.
And I think a lot of people are trying to ladder their shorts here. That's why we see even with this Litecoin surge, these shorts staying very high. People are trying to avoid liquidation and trying to double down on their shorts. And I mean, one good green bar here leading Litecoin to $56, $60. And a lot of those are going to get washed out and get zero balances. That's why we really don't do leverage trading on here. That's why I'm really not prone to shorting, especially at what I believe is the bottom of the bear market. I think the bear market's over. Everybody says, oh, this is the longest bear market. If that was the bottom, officially the bear market was over when we hit 31.24 on Coinbase. This is the start of the bull market, in my opinion. So, I think there's times to be a trader, and I think there's times to have accumulation. Some people ask, well, you guys have all these awesome buys on your Litecoin chart, but where's the sell? If we believe it's accumulation, we are buying the dips right now. We're no longer selling the rips. That time is kind of come and gone. And if you're in our Discord, I try to throw out some good day trades on some smaller altcoins to fatten those bags up. But really with Bitcoin, Litecoin, and some of these other ones, we've been trying to accumulate. Now, if we get a massive rally that lines up perfect with Wyckoff and Elliott Wave, yes, we're going to try to put a sell out there for Litecoin. Right. But as of now, we've just been fattening up the bags, and we've been continuing higher. Other people were calling for $5 Litecoin, $1,500 Bitcoin, while we were saying to buy between $3,000 to $3,200. We were saying to buy Litecoin at $22. So that's what we're going to stick with here. And so far, no major sell signal on our divergences on these large cap cryptos.
Plus, just the other day, I mean, Litecoin went from 53 to 43 quickly, and everyone jumped on that. We had what kind of looked like a head and shoulders top a couple days ago. So that's why the red line I showed on the shorts has been increasing. Everyone jumped on the shorts, and today they get it to go to new highs. So everyone can keep fighting that. I mean, for now, like Nick said, I mean, everything still looks higher. So, I mean, a quick run to 62 or something, maybe we try to take something off. I don't know. I mean, if you're trying to build big positions, that could be a chance for some type of pullback, but whether you want to try to trade it or not, because anybody's tried to trade Litecoin up to this point probably has been left behind. I can't afford to be left behind.
Hilton Stone says DGB starting to wake up, ? Another person just says Digibyte. And Anthony Rosano says, when will DGB be added to Binance? I don't think it's going to be added to Binance anytime soon, or if ever, just because of their history there. I believe Digibyte is starting to wake up, and it is an undervalued cryptocurrency. They're doing a lot of things on the development side, just not so much on the marketing side, but they do have a large community. I'm surprised we really haven't seen a nice rally out of Digibyte off these lows, and there are some rumors circulating around with Digibyte as far as their security sector with DigiID. Some very recognizable and big traditional companies instituting that technology, as well as Coinomi, actually the wallet we've been talking about, just added DigiID as well. So some pretty positive things coming, some pretty positive rumors. I don't really want to say much else because I don't want to talk on a rumor there, and I have got some information from some individuals that are higher up at Digibyte. So I'm not going to say much else. I do believe, and I've always stuck by this, that Digibyte is not one that I've said, hey, go unload your whole wad into it. But I said, if you do a trade or you have a few extra Satoshis, a few extra dollars, that's the one I'm always like, oh, I got 10,000 sats sitting here. What am I going to do with it? All right, I'll throw in Digibyte. Spare change going into Digibyte. It's also a nice mental thing since it is only a penny. Every dollar gets you 100. You get that unit bias there. It feels a little good to have a little bit of a shopping spree and keep bulking up that bag.
Let me talk about Litecoin again on these buys like we're talking, because the buys that we've had, I mean, obviously the software is helping because it's given almost every pullback it's given a buy. We haven't bought breakouts. We haven't bought strength. We've been buying weakness and springs. And the buy signals are mostly based off the technometer or the intraday charts that I've showed divergences, which is all volume based. So you've got to be keeping track of volume. And also I'm going to talk the software. I talked to my guys today. We are totally switching my server back in because we got to have something still more reliable. They have an option for me that I'm finalizing tomorrow, and they're saying it's going to take them 3 weeks to implement it. It should make everything much more stable. And I'm going to guess way more buy signals and sell signals, way more reliable, and we'll have all the altcoins, etc. So still excited about that. I mean, it's been helping us, but I think it'll be even better. And even right now, I mean, if you look at Elliott Wave, if we did complete Wave 4 today, you don't want to see 44 and change. If you use the stop there, that would turn all these positions into profits. Everything we've bought has been below there. But again, I still think we're going to work higher, mostly because, as I show, the shorts are still high, longs are not elevated, and this chart still looks good. And we got a technometer still not at overbought. So I think Litecoin will keep going higher, because trading these things for small dollars here and there is not long-term success. I can tell you I've been doing this too long. You've got to try to hit some home runs. If you hit a home run, that gives you a lot of firepower to make a shitload of mistakes later and keep your losses minimal and just keep it moving. But when you can hit a good trade, you've got to be able to try to hit that thing. So that's what we tried to do with Litecoin here.
There we go. And back to the Starbucks article, since we did get deterred there, only U.S. customers will be able to pay with Bitcoin initially. They are referring to Starbucks' recent deal with Bakkt, the great hope of the crypto industry, which might manage to pull off the first crypto ETF. The deal gives Starbucks significant equity in Bakkt, but at no point does it actually require Starbucks to accept Bitcoin. And for its part, Starbucks reportedly has no intention of doing so, at least not in the conventional manner. What does that mean? So they're doing essentially what a lot of other crypto plugins do currently, where they accept a cryptocurrency, but it will wash traded out to US dollars, therefore converting it. So it allows you as a user to have the ease of use of using your Bitcoin to buy your coffee, but they're not actually keeping Bitcoin or supporting the network, as they are using an API to directly sell Bitcoin to USD fiat and putting it in on their own books as US dollars. Our role as the flagship retailer for Bakkt is to consult and develop applications for customers to convert their digital assets into US dollars, which can then be used in our stores. We anticipate that a range of cryptocurrencies will gain traction with customers, and through our work with Bakkt, we will be uniquely positioned to constantly consider and offer customers new and unique ways to pay seamlessly at Starbucks. As we continue to move forward with this work, we anticipate we'll have more to share in the coming months. A lot of people might say, okay, well, how is that even positive? They're going to accept Bitcoin, sell it for US dollars. That's going to put downward pressure. And how's that going to add value? Well, because Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies still are currencies. They're still meant to be spent. And the utilization of these networks, in my philosophy, means appreciation of value of these underlying networks as well. When we're seeing a lot of transactions, a lot of people buying and selling and spending Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies like we did in the bull run, look what happened to the prices. This is still a finite supply. And again, that utilization is one tool or one algorithm for people to analyze and put a value on these networks moving forward. I still think it's great. Also, because they said they are going to be working on products for customers to seamlessly use cryptocurrencies. So although at the beginning it might only be Starbucks and they might be selling it for US dollars, in the future I guarantee Starbucks would sell that software to other companies for their consumers, and maybe down the road they will start to decide that, hey, we can hedge our own investments here. If we get a Bitcoin payment, we're going to keep it in Bitcoin and then reanalyze when to actually offload that Bitcoin or what to do with it in the future.
Hugo says we're the best channel no matter what the big Beezy says. Because Beezy, all I got to say about that is...
They know nothing!
All right, before Todd goes on another charting spree, this is what I want you guys to do. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or any charts that you want to be seen, done, or answered right now, throw it in that chat box. Until then, we're going to do another RPD giveaway from our last live show. If you guys don't keep up with all of our shows, our live streams are here at the top, and then our recorded, sorted videos are here throughout. Catch them, check them out. We have interviews with John McAfee, Charles Hoskinson, Bitcoin Ben, Rob Viglione. The list goes on and on. A lot of good information. The interviews I like because they don't get dated very quickly. Even if the crypto project has upgrades, the philosophies and the discussions within these interviews stay true. And I don't only talk about their project, I ask them about the crypto ecosystem as a whole and what they think is going on. So some very high-level information in those. So let's give it a watch. Let's go to this last live stream.
I know Gary Connell wants to shill a coin.
Oh, gosh. What is it,
Well,
Gary?
he might wait till he gets his position filled. But
yeah, I'm logged into Binance right now. I'll buy it up for a minute.
he's got a hot one, but I think he's probably going to hold off.
All right, let's pick another winner here for 10,000 RPD. We do this live on air so you can see there's no shenanigans here, and we hit you up. Winner, Bitcoin Jedi. Since 2017, the anticipation for XRP being listed on Coinbase has been a bated breath. And Nick, you only talked about it, the most anticipated listing I've seen in all the years in crypto for 13 seconds. Shaking my head. Bitcoin Jedi, if you're in here, tell me your Telegram handle so I can give you your winning prize. If not, I'm going to have to pick another winner because you didn't follow the directions. Me and Bitcoin Jedi already talked about this comment. But I will still give you your 10,000. If you're still in here, Bitcoin Jedi, speak now or forever hold your peace. I will re-roll this thing and gladly give away this 10,000 to somebody else. I'm here. Bitcoin Jedi, you need to join the RPD Tipbot group in Telegram and then shoot me your Telegram handle and I'll send you 10,000 RPD right over live on air.
I'm not on Telegram, she just said.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right, message me on Twitter with your RPD wallet address and I'll send it to you. Making it hard on me.
I'm going to go over two more here. We've got ICX, which we've talked about a few times. We kind of felt like we had a selling climax down here, automatic rally, secondary tests. This was a spring with a low volume test, quick move back up to resistance. I kind of talked about a lot of red volume bars here at resistance. We did go up an up thrust set, and we have backed off. Normally when you come back to average level of closes, then it's called an up thrust. So it is an up thrust here with the test, so I'm not sure about this one short term. I won't give up on it until I feel like Bitcoin is maybe rolling over. So I would stay long here, but a little bit concerned, obviously, with poking its head above the resistance and then pulling back. So I'd be careful there. I wouldn't be adding more to that one. And then Neo. Neo got a little deep yesterday. And we talked about this in Discord. Hold on. Because I really wanted this 850 level to hold. I might even set it live on the air. When it did break, I wasn't as concerned because Litecoin was still holding in Bitcoin. So I wouldn't have sold out on here, but definitely a little deeper from 11 down to almost 8. And we tried to rally today, but this one is one that looks like it's meeting some resistance. Definitely not as bullish as some of these other charts. I'd be concerned if we go back down to that 808 again. That would not be good short term. So
that's when he wants you to look at there. ZRX and Link. So I'll let you be able to prep those. We'll go over this last news article, and you can pull up a few of these charts so you can get ready with those. Serious U.S. retailer gets rid of Visa payments. It's looking at Bitcoin Lightning Network potentially. Whoa, that's some big information there, that's for sure. Who is it? Is this some small mom and pop shop? Let's read further. Smith's Food and drug stores will no longer accept Visa Inc.'s credit cards, according to Kroger Company. The reasoning behind this statement is that the fees are too high, and they're expecting them to go even higher next year. Kroger Company is a major one in the United States of America, according to their website. They have nearly 2,800 stores in 35 states and annual sales of more than $115.3 billion. Visa has been misusing its position and charging retailers excessive fees for a long time. At Smith's, Visa credit card fees are higher than any other credit card brand that they accept. Interestingly, it will be the second company to stop accepting the credit card company, following Foods Company in California. Visa even plans to increase its fees in April. Wow, I thought it was next year. It is increasing fees next month. Now, Kroger might not choose crypto as a payment solution, but Pompliano, you might know him as Pomp over on Twitter. He has 100,000 followers or something, so I'm sure you follow him. The co-founder of Morgan Creek rose to the occasion. He tweeted that he will fly and meet with the team to propose Bitcoin's Lightning Network as a potential candidate, even following up saying that he just finished up a call with someone at Kroger Digital Team. World-class, forward-thinking crew. Looks like things are progressing. Today, it is possible to currently buy Domino's Pizza, among other products and services, using only the Bitcoin Lightning Network. Around 2 weeks ago, over 150 people have already used Bitcoin's Lightning Network to purchase pizza and get it delivered successfully. So we'll see what happens here. This is no guarantee. I think it is kind of crazy that a company this large is saying, no, we can't accept Visa, because I know myself at least, all my credit cards are Visa cards. Apparently, they are upping the cost even further next month. And maybe, just maybe, some banks and some companies will start looking at other opportunities to reduce their fees, increase their profits, and support their public stockholders. Maybe Bitcoin Lightning Network, as this second layer solution sees continued development, will start having another use case, one that we've been waiting for all of 2018. What you got over there, Todd? Any charts? Or you had to run downstairs smelling some... What were you going down there? Smelled some kerosene. We starting a fire downstairs? I thought we were going to burn up. I just kept reading.
Actually ran out of fuel. So we had extremely cold here, so I got an extra kerosene heater because the loft here is so big with so high ceilings. Try to keep my dogs warm.
I'm sitting here reading on thinking that we're burning down the place. That's how dedicated I am.
Well, if my insurance is paid. Link USD. This is a 3 hour. So, I mean, definitely good strength here. And, we're holding here. It kind of looks like a triangle forming here. I do not like the action in February. I mean, we're looking a little top heavy here. So, I don't know about Link. I don't follow that one real close. I mean, we had some good volume on this rally. So,
Link is one that in Satoshi's, I think it was looking top heavy as well. I have a buy in the Discord at pretty decent lower price. I think like 9,000 sats. We're currently at like 11,000. So
I don't want to see this
somewhat
level.
Of a substantial
I don't want to see that level break. So you're talking about Link BTC. Yeah, that chart looks a little bit better. Looks kind of like a high level pork blaster here, but I'd hate to see these lows give away really. And Mana, why we're here, Mana USD. Not much to say there. I mean, that one's been in a sustained downtrend. Finally did come alive there the other day. Then gave basically all of it back up. So, huge volume coming in here. But again, met with some selling. So, I don't know. That one's tough. I mean, for some of these altcoins to work out, we're going to need Bitcoin, I think, to continue it up to 4,500, have a nice ABC pullback, and then maybe try to pick the strong ones at that point, I think.
Somebody said, is coin market cap 3,500 correct? No, that has to be a data aggregation error. I'm looking at their markets, and none of their markets are even that low either. So I think coin market cap is having some kind of data aggregation error. So no, you will not be triggering any stops there or any panic.
And there's ZRX USD, which that's extremely disappointing. I don't know if you got any comments on this, Nick. I mean, that one's been a complete dog and staying down here in the cellar.
That's one that you see where we were seeing some nice price action. That's when we were trading the Coinbase and Coinbase Pro right there in the middle of the screen. Ever since that, it gave back all of its gains.
Horrible.
Once it gave all its gains up, I was looking at a buy when it had those 3 red candles there. But we are still lower than that, obviously. So, that one has just been getting torn up. I don't know. I think, look, ZRX isn't going anywhere. ZRX is on Coinbase. ZRX is getting infomercials from Coinbase, essentially, with teaching users what it is. And I think that seeing this price action because a lot of people think, oh, Binance DEX is going to erase ZRX. Oh, this DEX is going to erase ZRX. ZRX has a lot of development coming up with implementing more value propositions for the token as far as governance, voting rights, etc., where it kind of behooves all these DEXs that run on the ZRX protocol to have large bag holdings so then they can vote to benefit their underlying business model. So we'll see what happens. I think that's one. I still hold that. I haven't traded that, obviously, because we've just been all the way down here in the doghouse. The first buy was after it gave back up all of its gains from Coinbase and Coinbase Pro listing after we traded a little bit of that. And that's about all I got to say. Fundamentally, it still looks good. So, the chart doesn't look good. If you're a big holder, maybe you want to average down your cost. If you don't hold any, now might be a solid opportunity to get in on a project that I don't think is going anywhere. But I know that chart from a TA perspective, Todd, probably doesn't look too great.
It doesn't look good at all.
That's why I haven't been trading in or out of it at all. Bitcoin Jedi agrees with me, says ZRX is a great buy. ZRX is technology. Yeah, G-Money says you can earn some free ZRX on Coinbase. That's what I'm saying. They're pretty much doing an infomercial for ZRX. We saw a little bit of a run there. I went live and said, hey, guys, I got this email. Go get your free ZRX. And I think this is going to cause a pump because more people are going to see and understand it and really start getting coerced and seeing the value behind the token. We only saw, if you pull the chart back up, there's like a little blip down there where you had a couple-day rally, and that's about all we got out of it. Besides that, we've been just sideways. Could you call it maybe accumulation here at these levels? I mean, is it washed out? What do you think, Todd?
I couldn't really call it that, no. Been in too hard of a downtrend. American rally out of here strong. I'm sure it's been longs taken out and everything else, but again, Wyckoff wants to buy strength, and that one definitely wouldn't be on the radar for that.
Yeah, Dustin said, how about DigiByte if you haven't already, Todd? And I think he's probably going to have the same conversation with DigiByte that he just had with ZRX.
Now, I know on the software, those are not very good charts to be bringing up. That's Bitfinex.
What about the one right above it?
That one's not good either. Thought the DigiByte BTC one will work, but it's just as ugly. Because I talked about this, I know, way back here. I mean, it was trying to rally out of the lows, and then it just gave up the ship here early in the year. So that's like a lot of these coins. It just doesn't look good. So we've liked DigiByte here and liked the team, but that one, once again, I mean, if you take here their low since February 12th, I mean, it's acting decent here, short-term basis, but like I said, you're going to need Bitcoin, I think, to firm up, have a nice little ABC pullback before any money, I think, would come to these alts. So maybe these are making low as we speak. I mean, short-term, yeah, that could have been, this could have been a selling climax. There's a lot of red bars into here. A quick automatic rally, then a test. Selling wasn't as heavy here. So, and we kind of could show a creek here. I think it'd be safer to let it jump higher and then buy a pullback. So let it jump up here maybe to 360, 380, and then buy an ABC pullback would be safer, especially if you're trying to add on or something.
Somebody said, Todd, does Zilliqa look like ZRX, or do you see ZIL starting a climb soon? This is one that we were riding and making some trades on when it was looking positive a few months ago, but it has just been on the bear cycle ever since that nice month-long rally.
There's ZIL BTC, same thing. I mean, this could have been a selling climax way back here, and this could be accumulation, but this weakness here in February, March is not cool. So, and the problem with my software is it's not bringing up the volume and all these exchanges on these small coins. So it's not giving me, that's why I'm not showing the software on these smaller coins. And again, that will be fixed here if we can get this new server done through another company. So I met with the guys in charge of the company today, and they're telling me that's their answer and it'll fix everything. So that's my next move with the software. So it's working well on 5-minute charts, especially on the bigger coins. But when the software really gets done again with the next update, hopefully we can give more on these ZILs and DGBs and et cetera, and get better ideas than just looking at the trading view charts. I'm not adding enough value like I am on Litecoin, et cetera.
Sweet. Any other questions in here in the chat box? We had 2 RPD giveaway winners already. Bitcoin Jedi, make sure to message me your RPD address on Twitter. I know you know my handle because you commented on some of my tweets. And then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe these videos, guys. And leave a comment in the comment section below with your rapidsnetwork.io wallet address or your RPD Telegram handle if you are in that RPD tip bot. And you can maybe be a giveaway winner of 10,000 RPD. Stake it, spend it, note it, do whatever you want with it. It's yours if you are a winner. Ronnie Dorsey says, #1 channel on YouTube, no BS, no shilling, just straight clean cut. Hey, you know, look, we're busy. I know we try to rush through a lot. It is a lot of information, but we like to hit a lot of news articles. We like to give our perspective on the news articles and when you should enter and exit the market. We like to hit crypto technical analysis. And then, of course, we like to hit stocks as well because I believe no matter how bullish you are in crypto, I do work in traditional finance and so does Todd. You need to have a portfolio and investments in stocks in the traditional markets as well. If you're very pro-crypto, then look at stocks and commodities as your diversifier away from crypto. Even the more traditional investment people look at crypto as their diversifier. Either way, you need to diversify that portfolio, spread it across multiple investment classes, and hopefully we can help you with the fundamentals and technical analysis of all of those.
Somebody there, I can't see now, somebody asked about APPC. Bring me back the...
Michael York says no shilling, like this guy wasn't shilling Litecoin. Well, here's the thing. You want to talk about shilling Litecoin? When I did an interview with him, we were at 16 Satoshis. When I said to sell it, we were at 52 Satoshis. So is that a shill or is that a good trade?
I'd say you shilled the shit out of it and made
Shilled
some
the
money.
shit out of it, and we sold it here on Learn Crypto. No, it wasn't a shill. We talked about it. We had an interview. I asked easy questions. I asked hard questions. I said, guys, based on this interview and based on the information I have for the upcoming event for Litecoin, I would buy it here at 16 sats. And whoa, during a bear market within 1 month, it went to 52 Satoshis. I call that a triple up during a bear market, and I think that you probably are a little upset you didn't take that trade yourself.
All right, here is APP coins. This definitely looks like good accumulation. We've had a jump across the creek. That was a jump with a backup. And we had big volume down here, low volume on the backup. Not a coin I watched, but that was kind of classic Wyckoff there. And then more volume coming up again. And we've had a couple of big red bars here and then another 50% pullback. So, I would say that's one that continue to try to stair step higher. So you could trail a stop behind yourself here, but that looks like accumulation since basically late November. So I'm gonna go back to the 4 hour, and even here we've had the decline got stopped here. So this looks like strong support here at this 0.06. So I'd say that one's low risk here to still jump on that one.
Will you pull up a link one more time, I guess, on the USD chart? Robert says, what about link? Did you all hit on that one yet? This is one that Todd doesn't want to see slightly lower levels give away. Otherwise, the chart is going to look really ugly. But I'll have him pull it up so you can kind of get a gauge on what lows he doesn't want to see give away.
That's USD. This is BTC. I think the USD, I think these lows here are important, and probably even these two lows. So not impressed with that chart. Would like to see it continue higher really right here, right now. I mean, this was a big bull move and a pretty drastic sell-off. But volume came in here to turn it around. So, I don't think that one hurts being long because of this previous strength. Not sure I would add here on a short-term basis. I probably would pick it up on another pullback on Bitcoin, maybe. Bitcoin's 38.37. I think some people want to know about technical analysis on this. And, I'm still looking for sideways here. I kind of tweeted when we had this break that I thought we still in a triangle. I still think that. Like to see a rally to 4,000 right here, right now.
And all those buys aren't us putting on those hindsight. Those are buys that we put on the chart, usually during live shows, Discord, Twitter. These are live in-person buys. We aren't just flip-flopping or doing whatever.
Oh, my God.
We're buying dips here.
That's like IHOP. Everyone flipping fucking pancakes. Like, Jesus. I'm so tired of crypto Twitter. Makes me puke. Everyone, it's just crazy.
Ronnie Dorsey says precious metals. Can you look at SLV?
I mean, SLV is a silver futures. Again, there's the Litecoin buys we've given on Twitter or live on the air. So, and yes, there's no sells on there yet. I mean, somewhere here, there could be a place to take some short-term profits. Medium-term, longer-term, I don't know. I mean, this thing, I've showed charts from the software showing there was big selling, why price held. And you're just getting, that's what's happening now is there's no sellers left, so it rallies easy. So, once you go ahead and take it, and then I'll look at
SLV
here in a minute. I don't have a lot of futures charts, but I'll bring.
I don't really have any more news for you guys. So if you have any fundamental questions, it is 7:27, but ask away now. G Money says I'm still looking for York's response. Still don't see one. Yeah, it is what it is. Some people can't handle the truth.
I mean, we don't shield coins here.
I'm not trying to shield nothing. I mean, what is it going to do? Do I really think that our 6,000 followers is going to pump a coin? No. If I'm talking about something, it's either a short-term, mid-term, or long-term investment plan, and then you guys can probably profit on it, or I'm telling you what I'm doing. That happened to be one that we had a great interview. They had a lot of project releases, which caused a massive increase in prices, and you had passive income generation via staking and masternodes. Yes, we took some profits up there. Do I still own Linda masternodes? Yes, I do, and I'm pretty open about that. I don't give direct holdings, but I tell you how I'm trying to make profits and how I'm trying to capitalize on the opportunity here in this ecosystem. If you want to know more about how I run Linda masternodes to get it for cheaper, let me know. That with their My Staking wallet, you actually can run multiple masternodes via one VPS. So, for example, you can run a Linda coin and an RPD masternode all via one VPS, essentially reducing your hosting cost in half. So that's how you can capitalize on some gains there.
Let me take it back over. I'm going to show SLV here. This is a silver ETF. I've been long the metals. This one's a little weaker. We do have an oversold technometer. You can see down here the lower right. Really as oversold as we've been yesterday on the chart here, which is, a 1-year chart. So I do think this was accumulation. So easily this could have been a sign of strength up to here. Now I've had an ABC down for a back up to the creek because now we're backing up to what was resistance here at the 1406. This chart on its own, I think looks really good. You had big volume here when we broke out on these bars here. And we did have a big volume day here, but no follow through yet. And again, we're oversold in the technometers. So I myself would like to see a little more strength here to make this look like that we're leaving this area behind. But that looks like accumulation on SLV to me.
Wonderful.
Again, do your own research. This is not individual investment advice. Check with your own financial advisor. We're
Wonderful
just
Bricks
trying to research, trying to teach.
Wonderful Bricks wants you to bring up the bat chart once again. And then Johnny M. Cool says, hey, I move EOS daily. Johnny M. Cool is our local EOS expert. So if you have EOS questions, ask him. He knows more about EOS and that ecosystem than I do, that's for sure.
I mean, there's bad on a longer term, going back to the 2018. Definitely extremely underperformance. Down here, we did finally come alive. We called that a spring because that was big volume coming out of the spring. And then we tested it. So we talked about that one working higher. It's taken out a downtrend line, taken out really the creek there. The thing is now we really have got to worry about this level, which is having a little bit harder time getting through. We had big volume here when it went up, but it did spike that. It has tested it. So this could be a high-level pork blaster here, a little triangle formation. I will go with that at the moment because I'm still friendly Bitcoin, as you know, and I think that's what it's doing. So preferred the bat would surge higher here, do a 24, 25, and then it'd be a good buy on a pullback. But if Bitcoin, Litecoin firm up more and this one doesn't, then I would be a little bit worried about this one. So because this was a lot of weakness here into early December. And then also more weakness into February. So
that
a lot of selling there.
That major pump there is the Coinbase Pro, Coinbase.com listing, which we did trade, as well as that bet for the 10,000 bet that we had live on air. And our buy order for that was if it gave up all of the Coinbase.com or Coinbase Pro listing gains, which we did obviously get filled there. We saw a little more bearish action than recently. We've been in the green on that one. So.
Because this looks like accumulation, but with this up thrust and test, I mean, this can easily be more distribution. So I'd just be a little bit careful here. And again, I'm going to trade it off of Bitcoin, Litecoin. Those are the generals here leading this. So if those start slowing up, then something like a bat's going to get hit.
Brandon Fuller says, came in late. What's the word on XRP? We really haven't talked about XRP. And then Brandon Fuller also said, highly recommend being a Patreon member. Well worth it. Yeah, shout out to you. Again, we haven't been live on YouTube the normal 4 days a week just because the market is a little slower, but we always have access to our Patreon because we have Discord access there. So I have that up on every computer screen I'm on. Same with Todd. You guys can tag us. Great information from Johnny M. Cool and others over there. So if that's something you're interested in or you think you want a little more information or help with crypto knowledge and crypto trading, we welcome you over there on Patreon. See if you like it. Try it out for a month and see if it's worth it. And so far, it looks like for other people it is.
I mean, XRP, another one of those has been setting here. I don't know. This one's got me a little bit perplexed because it was easy trading back here, and it has totally fallen asleep this year. So I kind of mentioned I'd almost rather buy strength here. A move back to 35 I think would be impressive. But then I'd said a move back down to 30 here would be, discouraging, and we really have almost had that. So that one at the moment is kind of discouraging. I would have expected it to, it could have easily been up here at 45 and we wouldn't be having this discussion. But it's been a little heavy here, especially with the news with Coinbase.
Yeah, I know,
so
right?
That one's discouraging, extremely.
That's why I'm saying Lammy J, Bitcoin Jedi, and others really are saying March is the month of XRP. I do know of some potential products that might be launching for Ripple Labs. We'll see if that's beneficial for the XRP cryptocurrency. But really, that 33 cents has been major resistance for XRP. And we'll see what happens here in the short-term future. We got Maverick Gold says, Zen or RPD for holdable gains? Which one would you say would be the most profitable over the long term? For passive income purposes, they're both a little bit riskier because they're both small-cap cryptocurrencies. I think Zen is lower risk. You can get a secure node for a small holder or a super node for a large holder, which is nice. Remember that RPD did just launch its mainnet about 5 months ago, so it's still very new. With the microcaps, you do have a higher risk. Although I am trying to advise them, I'm helping them as much as I can, and there's nothing sketchy going on behind the scenes. It's still a riskier project, so I would have to go with Zen if you're giving me those two choices. I think Zen is currently undervalued with the developers they have on that team, the link to IOHK, etc. And, I run nodes on their network, and I'm pretty excited for the future of Zen moving forward. And then somebody also said, any news, Jet asked, any news for ETC? No news as of late, but it will be interesting to see if at the end of April, if IOHK at the IOHK Summit in Charles Hoskinson will talk about Ethereum Classic. We do know that IOHK is one of the development teams for ETC. But with this bear market, there was a little bit of a disagreement saying that IOHK would need a little bit of funding to stay working with the Ethereum Classic project. So we'll see if they talk about it at that summit, and that should be interesting to see what happens there. All I know is Grayscale continues to buy Ethereum Classic. Every quarterly report, Ethereum Classic is a coin they're continually buying and accumulating. That is their second largest holding as well for institutional investors. All I can do is look at the numbers. I don't know if they know something we don't. But that's what's going on behind the scenes.
That's all I got.
That's all I got too. We're at 7:35. We went over some news, some TA, etc. Make sure to keep tuning in here. We should be live tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Central.
Bitcoin Jedi says give it away, so let's give it away right now.
Give away my winnings.
Don't you
the
think?
agency I work for won't allow me to accept it. Holy moly. Let's do that real quick.
Let's do that right now.
If you're still here with us. Let's duplicate this. Look at you, Bitcoin Jedi. Won't allow you to
I'm rich, bitch!
Hey, by the way, RPD is a privacy coin, so they wouldn't have known about that, but you already spoke.
Please put up your Litecoin tip address on the page.
We do, if you look right in the description, it says Streamlabs right there, the first hyperlink in the description. If you click on that, you can actually tip with cryptocurrency, and your name will go down here as a donation at the bottom of the screen. So they
tip
do,
us with that Litecoin. Yeah, buddy.
If you want to tip with Litecoin, there it is.
We'll take that. Put that in the back pocket.
Take anything we can get. All right, here we go. The new winner, thanks to Bitcoin Jedi, is Chris Rock. But what? I mean, what's this? What happened to all the supposed new investors that were coming in last year? 50,000 a day. LOL. No Telegram handle. No address. We got to pick another one. You guys don't know how to follow directions. Nate Youngerman. There you go, Nate. Nate has been around the show for a very long time,
yes,
tipping
sir.
us RDD Red Coin. He says, show me the money. And there is his Rapids wallet address. I'll be sending that to you after the show. Enjoy the 10,000 RPD, and I'm sure you'll be giving it away using the tip bots like you did with Red Coin as well.
Just wrenched Ronnie Dorsey. What's up, Ronnie? Appreciate the love. We're here for the long term. We've been missing a few here recently because Nick's got a lot going on. I got a lot going on. Not a lot of news, but we still keep this thing moving higher.
Keep it moving. And even though we're not on YouTube, it is a little harder to do it. Like I said, we are on Discord every single day, trying to provide as much information as we can and answer all the questions. Alrighty. That's all we got, guys. Make sure to tune in tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. And stay tuned for your daily updates on cryptocurrencies right here at Learn Crypto.
You know it.
What are they buying right now, Todd? What are they buying right now?
Litecoin.
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 We're looking for one more leg higher before we turn all those buys into a nice, pretty sell.
Well, hey, stay positive, pal. Most people, when they lose, they whine and quit. But you got to be there for the turns. Everybody's got good luck. Everybody's got bad luck. Don't run when you lose.
Play hard. Play clean. Be careful out there.
We'll see you all again. Sleep tight.